So how does the Paperlike for iPad hold up after 4 months of constant use? I'll let you know in this video. So it's been about 4 to 5 months since I first reviewed and installed the Paperlike on my 2018 iPad Pro. Now that video was quite popular and we had a lot of comments from people asking just more questions about it. You know, how does it wear over time? Does it scratch after you've been using it for a few weeks? And how does it affect the Apple Pencil? Does it wear it down? So I thought I'd do a quick follow-up video, just giving you my honest feedback after using the Paperlike for a few months and just showing you what it looks like after 4 months of constant use. So overall, I've been really impressed with the Paperlike. I really don't have any wear on the screen at all. It's still looking as new as when I first put it on. One thing I would say is that I think it attracts smudges a little bit more, so it's worth getting a microfiber cloth and just every few days giving it a little wipe, but not really any different to how the screen would normally be if you're touching it a lot and using your Apple Pencil with it anyway. Now, a few people have asked, what does it feel like when you're using your finger on the screen? Because of course it is designed for the Apple Pencil, but what about your day-to-day use if you're just browsing through websites? Well, it does add a little bit more friction to the iPad screen. Of course, it's not as glossy as the screen itself, but obviously that's on purpose because it's meant to give you a more paper-like feel as you use your Apple Pencil. Now, to be honest, I don't mind this at all, not one bit. I kind of like it, if anything. It adds just a slight bit of matte resistance to the screen. It's nothing too much. I think, you know, if you're not using the Apple Pencil at all and you've just bought it as a screen protector, you may find it maybe a little bit rough, but honestly, it's worth it for that paper-like feeling you get. So let's talk about what it's like to use with the Apple Pencil. Now, I'm not really a huge artist. I'm not drawing all day long. I'm mainly writing notes, or I'm using the pencil to edit a little bit within LumaFusion, or I'm using it to make thumbnails for the YouTube channel in Photoshop or Affinity Photo. And for that, it's been absolutely fine. I think especially for note-taking, this Paperlike does make that experience much more enjoyable. It makes it much better because it is more paper-like. I keep saying that word, but it is more paper-like. Because before, I just found when I had the Apple Pencil and I was in a meeting and I was writing notes on a glossy glass screen, it doesn't really feel that good. And I would often just kind of go back to using the sort of keyboard. I had the smart cover at the time and just typing out notes because it just doesn't feel natural to me. Whereas this does really feel natural. So I find myself taking more notes, taking more drawings during meetings, especially when I'm at home and just sort of coming up with ideas. So I really do enjoy the writing experience that you get with this. Now, let's talk wear and tear with the Apple Pencil. So as I've mentioned, I've been using it now for about 4 to 5 months, and I haven't really seen any wear at all. I mean, this is my original Apple Pencil from 2018 with the original tip on it. And it's starting to wear a little bit on one side, but I think that's from when I actually dropped it onto the ground. I was kind of working on a Starbucks high-up table, dropped it, and it put a little dent into the side of the pencil. So I think it will need replacing soon. I've heard some comments where people said they were needing to replace the nib every 6 months to a year. I think you would have to be doing some pretty heavy drawing for that to be the case. And these nibs can be bought on Amazon for like $2 or $3. So they're not very expensive if you do need to replace them. You know, my personal experience, mine's not very worn at all. It's 2020 now, so I probably should replace it anyway. So overall, would I still recommend the Paperlike after 4 months of use? 100%, I definitely would. I think if you're into note-taking or drawing, I think you will really, really enjoy this experience. You know, I don't tend to recommend stuff that I don't like. So I think if, you know, I had really hated the Paperlike, I would have said in the first video, and I certainly wouldn't be doing a kind of follow-up video. I'm just saying this because I've actually enjoyed using it. I'm still enjoying using it. I would put it onto another iPad if I ever got a new iPad. So I think it is a worthy investment. It's not very expensive. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check it out. It will be an affiliate link, so if you do buy one, it will just help out the channel a little bit here. But again, I've only done that because I actually enjoy using the product. As I've said, the only downsides that I can really think of is that it does make the surface of the iPad slightly more matte, but I like the actual matte filter that you get on the screen now. It helps reduce glare, especially if you're working from like a really well-lit office or coffee shop or something like that. But anyway, let me know if you do have any more questions. Leave them in the comments below because I promise I will get back to every single one. So anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.